Hello, my name is Brittany Deigh. I am a psychic medium and spiritual teacher. My divine purpose is to assist in the expansion of the collective consciousness and to help you become more connected with the divine. This is a space to remember all that you truly are and ignite the possibilities of your highest potential. Wow, guys. It officially begins the Addicted Household podcast. I cannot even begin to explain the amount of healing that it took to even be sitting behind this mic and sharing this with the world. Years and years and years of in-depth healing and support and returning to self. Something I wanted to do in the first episode here is to share my intentions, of this podcast series and what I'm really trying to anchor in. And what I really came with, I think the first and foremost is connection and healing. I feel like addiction is one of the most isolating illnesses in this existence, in this earth experience. And the more that we share and we come out of the cave of shame and begin to share our stories and share what we've been through and what we're experiencing and what happened, to us and to our connection and our functioning in life, I think that we bring a greater connection for us all and a greater understanding for us all. And so this is not only a deeper connection for myself, but also connecting with the world through what I truly believe is my purpose. I believe that all of this I had to go through in order to understand what I'm really doing in the world. I know it's like that moment where it all comes together and your eyes are wide and you're like, whoa, that's why I went through all of that, is because I meant to help heal this illness. It's a spiritual illness, and we'll get more into that in later episodes, but it's that moment of all of the dots connecting. And as I connect them and they click together in myself, connecting with the world and those who have also been deeply radically affected by addiction. And also, if I'm being honest, I'm going to be real. There's a little underlying tone in the background, a little frequency floating back there that I really hope that this helps heal not only myself, but my family. I think that we have carried our story of our past and what we went through with addiction for so long that it's like it weighs us all down. And I feel like in each one of us, right, I'm doing it, and they can choose to do it or not, but in each one of us, freeing ourselves from the chains of the shame and the guilt that addiction will continue to cultivate and perpetuate. I think that we really can unshackle ourselves from this illness and free ourselves. And I don't think that we'll ever be completely freed and it's just going to go away and disappear. But I think that we can get to a place of neutrality and acceptance. So that is definitely one of my intentions, if I'm being honest. And who knows, that's part of the illness. You got to stay in your lane. I know that this is something that I need to do for me and for my purpose and what I'm meant to do and how I'm meant to serve the world. But I do. I hope that it helps us all. I really do. Another intention is liberation and freedom. I think that in liberating myself and freeing myself, like I was saying, unshackling myself, I think it's gonna free the collective at a larger level from this consciousness, from this victimhood, from this guilt and shame that perpetuates. And as one rises, we all rise, right? So it's liberating and freeing myself to free us all. And I think, one other big intention is a safe space for those that were left behind, those that were misunderstood and mistreated and abused and neglected, to have a place where they feel seen and heard and understood. They're like, man, no one around me, my world understands me. But whenever I pop my headphones in and I listen to this podcast, I'm like, man, Brittany, you really get it. You really get me. And I know that I'm not alone. I'm not completely alone, because you're not. We are never, ever, ever alone. And so creating a space for addiction to be talked about freely, openly, in a way that's liberating and not feeding the shame and the guilt that perpetuates us and keeps us in the cycle and in the chains and feeling trapped. Liberating and moving beyond that into a space where you can just witness it and look at it and be neutral about it. You're no longer a victim to the addiction. You're working with it. In this space, we're working with it. We're leaning into the wisdom that it has for us. And like I said, it's taken a long time and a lot of healing to get here. And I'm not saying it has to take a long time for you. Some people heal overnight. Quantum leaps do exist. But for me, it took years and a lot of support and a lot of people that really could hold and validate my experience. And so that I really hope that I can do that for you. I hope that I can be that space here. And I have one last intention that's kind of just coming through right now. And that's, definitely a part of my work is, in being a psychic medium and being a spiritual teacher and really channeling the divine. I really hope that the absolute highest and best can come forward through me in every single episode. That the highest healing and the highest love be what flourishes from each and every single word that comes through me and out of my mouth and into each of these listeners' ears. I truly hope that the absolute highest and best divine love and healing be anchored through this series. It was a long, so many second guessing, so many contemplations, so many going to spirit and asking, so many meditations, so many channeled writings, so many talks with my therapist and my coach, and so much assistance in order to make this happen right now. But I really, in my heart, feel like this is going to change the world. I really do. And I really feel like it's going to catapult so many people's healings, which is going to assist in the collective consciousness, the ascension. And that's what I'm here for. I know that I'm a little bit different than a lot of my family and a lot of the people, that you see in society and you see dealing with this addiction, but I am who I am. And I'm so grateful to finally be surrendering to such a deeper level of who I am. And so I hope that in my surrendering, you surrender to your truth more deeply. I'll see you in the future episodes, and just so much love. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed that episode. Please subscribe, leave a review, and if this was impactful for you at all, please share it with others. This is how we can help each other. Much love and namaste.